All right, good morning. It is, let's see, can't even see if he's looking at me. His window's so tinted. But anyway, good morning. It is 8:37 a.m., February 3rd, Monday morning. Back at it again, still working, but they're look, I'm gonna tell you, they are definitely trying to find ways to get me to not be able to work. But first they gotta destroy my character. But first they're trying to destroy my body, but then they're also still trying to destroy my character at the same time too. So, and you know what? The Psyops that they got running right now is that, like, okay, so many people either know about what's going on, because I don't know, maybe some people watch my videos on YouTube, or, you know, I don't know, maybe some people that's a part of the augmented society has been talking to people who are not, you know, fully augmented, and, you know, basically running the flying monkey tactic, where they go and spread propaganda and slander about a person, and because they either are, you know, looking at memories of things, or they gain illegal access to people's data, because the data is being open sourced to people who are augmented, but they have access. You got people who are augmented, and, you know, and I think pretty much, like, here's one thing I know for sure: every single person and thing has nanotechnology on them or in them. Everything. So when they said the Internet of Everything, they meant that shit. Everything is basically reflecting or receiving and sending data to the cloud, right? This is how they're gonna make all these super realistic, crazy real video games, because they're gonna literally have the data of every little contortion, shape, shade, material. They're gonna have all the information about everything. I mean, yo, and it's crazy because when you think about how they're trying to train AI, they want AI to know everything, like AI is going to become God. You know, it's like the whole ordeal to this thing is basically to, stepping aside from game stalking, just thinking from a military or intelligence standpoint, is basically to gain access to all intelligence, gain access to all information. No matter what the thing is. If a fly spits, they want to know the information of what the content is inside that fly spit. You know, that's what we're talking about when it comes to this nanotechnology and biosensors. They want to know everything. Now, the fucked up part is, they got people in their system or in their society or in their ranks or whatever, who, I guess, well, you got the dark web and our regular web, and then I'm not sure if I could say this because I'm not sure if it's exactly what it is, but then you got the Web3's dark web. And, you know, Web3 is like a totally different, you know, internet thing compared to what we're all normally using. What is going on? Oh, man. But, I just want him to move up. Stop moving. Stop. Why are you going to pull up? And I'm trying to... That's why you're going to get stopped by the light anyway, asshole. I'm trying to go around. He's going to try to pull up behind him. I'm like, you're not going to get by me. Anyway. So, yeah. So it's like, think about everything you could possibly think of on the dark web, right? Everything from weapons, guns, snuff films, rape films, All these types of things that people are, I ain't gotta say probably, they got plenty of footage and documentaries about these dark web pages and whatnot. But anyway, all these things that they got on like the regular dark web, just imagine with this digital twin technology and everyone having an avatar and everyone is linked up to this cloud server, but only a few people actually have access to their digital avatar. And then not only do they just have access to their digital avatar, they can access other people's data. They can access other people's avatar, maybe because, I don't know, when everyone was linked up to the cloud, maybe some people were, I don't know, what's the word, jailbroken, like they would say with a cell phone. So it's like, I don't know, maybe some people, because you know what, this weird idea crossed my mind, but then I was like, nah, their intentions are too malevolent. I was like, what if some TIs were supposed to be like, well, I don't know, I'm gonna just speak from my perspective. Based on the some of the dialogue that they feed me, sometimes they try to make this seem like they were like Morpheus in that group, and I was supposed to just do as I'm told, you know, if I want to live or if I want to escape my suffering. My suffering would be whatever my current reality is. But you know what? Here's the funny thing is, once you learn about what they're capable of and what they have been doing to people's lives for as long as this technology has been out, and then if you go back in history and look at some of the other things that they have been doing to people, ritual abuses and stuff like that, hold on, train of thought, I just drew blank. Damn, I was going pretty good, and all of a sudden I felt a pressure build up on the right side of my brain near the memory cortex. The next thing you know, I lost all track of what I was talking about. But anyway, so it's like they got all these people who can gain access to not just their avatars, but other people's avatars, and then do whatever the fuck that they probably choose to do, because, well, in the avatar world, there are no laws, right? There are no laws. There are no civil rights. There are no human rights. It's just avatars. But the avatars are basically quantum linked to people's actual bodies through their unique bio-coded signature. Like, I don't know, if my frequency was like, I don't know, 73529.24, I don't know, megahertz or something like that, I don't know. Then, or if not that, actually, you know what, I forgot to mention this part. MAC addresses, IP addresses, or Bluetooth, I guess a Bluetooth address. Because, once all this technology has been in us, and it has been using our DNA to basically, it has been decoding our DNA to find and, create a frequency or code that can be, let's just put it like this. The nanobots could basically take your DNA and convert it from like a DNA sequence into a readable form for the AI. So, and then not only does it just convert it, it can then send that information back to the cloud server. And you know what? The system locks onto you, right? That's why it doesn't matter where you go. It has your unique bio-coded frequency. Like it tracks you everywhere you go. And it's like, I realize the only way you could probably fully get yourself disengaged from the system completely is, I think you have to, one situation is you go into like one of those vacuum sealed, no outside environment air, like, and it got to be like full ventilation or no windows or anything like that. Like it got to be, and it almost damn near got to be like underground lead-based paint, because you're trying to block out signals that are both light and sound signals, right? So that's that part. Another one is I've been getting this idea of trying to make maybe a type of what's the words I'm looking for? So I use something called shea butter. Ooh, y'all saw that? Hell yeah, because my camera's looking straight ahead. Wait, I'm glad I got it on camera the whole time. I got it on camera. Everybody in a damn hurry. I'm like, everybody in a damn hurry. Anyway, yeah, so sorry, I can't even remember where I was at. I got distracted by the lady almost getting hit by the car, and then the driver in the car honking at the truck driver. But anyway, so yeah, I'm managing right now. I'm managing. Let me see. What can I say right now? Yeah, there's a lot going on as far as like at my mom's house right now. They're basically terrorizing her. I don't know exactly who, but I do understand that. There's a lot of people who are a part of the augmented society who probably would not like a woman that's as opinionated as my mother. So they've been, and then it's also one thing that the V2K has been telling me, particular groups of people or specific types of people, I'm not going to mention them because they already got at least, well, they got one of those groups of people who's a part of my Psyops, so I try not to mention them just to keep it something. But anyway, so she has been being ran around her house, as she put it. She says every time she tries to walk on her floor, she feels like her feet are being electrocuted. Then she's like, every time she sit down on her couch or try to lay on the bed, she feels like someone is trying to like force something up her genitalia. So basically saying that, someone is sodomizing her and sexually abusing her electronically. Now remember, all of this can be done, and it's crazy that some people still don't want to believe this. All of this can be done if you have the biosensors positioned in the brain right next to the area, the part or position in the part of the brain that actually stimulates, or that is the controlling area for whatever bodily function that you are, I guess, perceiving. So, like, let's say touching. If I touch my left finger, my left index finger, there's a part of the brain where electrical impulses are sent from that finger, traveling through all the different nerves and everything, and then it goes to the brain, right? That says, oh, I just felt something touch my finger. I felt myself touch my finger, right? Now, when it comes to what the technology is doing to people, it's like once the technology has been placed in the targeted areas, right? So let's say if you wanted to stimulate someone to yo, I got a great video. I'm actually trying to include the video in the post about what was it? It was about how some scientists are turning like flies and beetles and whatnot into like weapons by like implanting them with electrodes and then stimulating specific parts of their brain that, you know, can cause the wings to go up and the wing to go down. Anyway, so, but this stuff ain't nothing new though. This is nothing but like, what do they call it? Transcranial magnetic stimulation. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, so all it really is basically them positioning the nanotech, the nanobots, into certain areas of the brain, then send a signal, a radio frequency or a Bluetooth signal, to those bots that'll say, close their left eyelid, or stimulate the rectum or something like that, right? They'll just send the signals to the brain, and it'll be received. So you see the biker in front of me. On the top right side of his brain, kind of at like a 45 degree, just where you see that white sign is on that brown column of the wall. There is something there. There's like a let me see. So it's like here, something right here. It's like there's this I don't know, it's like a junction or some type of like main area where many of the incoming signals from external devices or transmitters, it's like this is the area where it comes in. Everything that they do to your body, it comes into this area right here, this whole area. I don't know how big or small, but this area right here, it's like everything comes in here, and then it kind of goes into the brain. It comes into the brain, and then I think it's received by a node or several different bots, and then the bots then convert those signals into electrical impulses. Once they're converted into electrical impulses, then that's when you'll start to feel the stimulation from the nanobots. Radio frequencies converted into electrical impulses. Hold on. Alright, so just got my third route for the day, a 9 to 11. It's a closer one than the first two, and have to ride out about a mile or two just to get to it. But you know, I actually don't mind sometimes taking a far route. It's just like I feel like there's a way it should be done. You know, if someone goes far on the first route, they should get a close route on the second one. And there should never be a point where one person does 2 far routes, 2 or 3, you know, in a row, you know, and then expect to be coming back at a certain time. Like they expect most routes to be done within like between like an hour 15 to an hour 30 minutes. But I'm like, I'm not sure what's the distance in mileage between the West Side Highway, which is this, and then FDR Drive. I don't know what's the distance in that, but I don't know how many people can get it done. Let's say if you leave at like, I don't know, they expect you to be back before 9 or before the hour or window opens. So let's say if I was like got my route at, let me see. Okay, let's say when I come in for work, right? Come in for work, I clock in at 4:40, but they expect you to be there early, you know, to get yourself ready and stuff. Even just to like be able to get your cart for your route packages, and then you know, you could start pre-packing. Some people do, some people don't. You know, it's up to you. And then when 4:40 comes in, you could just clock in and ride on out. All right. Now, with that being said, let's say if I had to go from Spring Street is like maybe a block up that way, and then to the right, and then the FDR. I don't know how far of a distance that is. I think it's 3 miles. Matter of fact, me and somebody else was just talking about it earlier. I think it's like 3 miles to go over there on these that we're still pedaling. You know, so if you got like 9 stops, regardless of, you know, it does vary. It does vary if you have, let's say, over 40 packages, you know, and then you got to go all the way from over here to over there. I mean, to expect someone, especially if it's like cases of water and stuff like that, you really should have at least an hour and a half just to be able to complete your route. You need at least about 15-20 minutes just to pack the route. And then if you do things like I do, where, okay, if I know, like right now, it's about 10 o'clock. The window opened at 9. The reason I'm kind of running behind is because what happened? Well, one, ever since, oh, right. So, yeah, I think I mentioned earlier. So ever since I had to take my phone off for airplane mode now, because, you know, of course, they got to track you everywhere you go when you're doing your deliveries. Since I've taken it off airplane mode, they've been basically amplifying all the resonant frequency or target areas. They've been amplifying the signals going into specific target areas, like the prefrontal cortex of the right side of my brain. I think they're going into my left kidney. Then there's like this, I'm not sure what kind of tissue it is. I'm not sure if it's mostly a nerve or if it's muscle tissue or if it's the gum, but all on the left side, right where the strap is at, all there. But it seems like it inserts through the left side of my chin. It inserts through the left side of my chin, right? The left side of the chin, and then it goes up into the spot, and then it pulses there, you know. Then, oh man, and then plus, I'm tired because last night they really did the most to try to get me not to be able to sleep. Oh, and I you know, I don't have no problems talking about this stuff because I know that I'm dealing with technology, but I'm also dealing with some entities using technology, you know. So let's get that straight though, because people like to think, oh, you know, it's not aliens, it's not spiritual warfare, it's not technology. No, it's all three. We're dealing with entities who may be a mix of human and who may not be human at all. We got alien technology, quantum level type technology that is resonating with people's biocoded signature, so that they could be able to, if not just completely upload someone's consciousness, but literally manipulate someone's consciousness through this technology. And we're also dealing with spiritual warfare, because it's in the intention where you will find the spiritual representation of a person. It's in the person's intention. That's where you will find the spiritual representation. Anyone who basically is willingly, let me repeat that again, anyone who is basically willingly engaging in activities that are against the natural law and everything that is of love and peace, these entities have given themselves over to the demons who have been trying to find hosts. So when you actively decide that, you're going to send signals to target and torment this person for this long, or influence their co-workers to be able to do this to them or whatever, you have accepted the presence of an entity other than yourself inside your body. And people don't even realize this technology opens everyone up to spiritual entities, because the technology is working on multiple different quantum levels, right? Okay, hold on, let me get this over. Okay, so I don't know, right now it's like the whole lower lumbar area of my back feels inflamed. It don't even feel seized up and tight. It just feels hot. And then if I was to touch it, I could feel it's strange though, because it's when I touch with my hands, right, areas of my back that's hurting, and I know I can feel the pulse. I don't know how many of you have ever seen those videos of what the graphene oxide looks like when it's dispersed, and then once a charge is applied to it, it kind of I don't know, it does this weird thing where it kind of fans out, and then it stretches across, and it almost starts to look like a nerve. It's weird, but when I actually put my hand on areas, not just me, I've noticed this on other people too, it's not that deep under the skin, but it's if you use the tips of your fingers, and you just kind of feel lightly, you don't even got to press too hard, you can just feel it lightly, you feel all these weird inflamed veins or something like that. And when I think about it, that's what it, the way that it feels to my fingertips, that's the way that it probably looks when I think about how graphene oxide looks like when a charge is applied to it, right? But let me see, what else? Clear. Okay. What else? So yeah, right now it's my back. They're going after my left kidney. They were going crazy hard on my prefrontal cortex of the right hemisphere of the brain. And last night it seemed like they basically was just drawing so much energy from the nanobots that's in my girlfriend's body. I felt it mostly coming from her head, the head area. Then I felt it coming from the root chakra area. Where else I felt some coming from her heart chakra too. Yeah, so it was I don't know, but it was all converging. They were all converging and meeting at the top right side of. Damn, I don't even know if I was recording. I turned the phone around, but yeah, when they're trying to stimulate you and cause discomfort in certain areas of the body, it starts off at the brain. The signal goes into the prefrontal cortex, this whole right side of the brain. Most activity done to your body is on the right side of the brain. The whole right side of the brain, most of the time. Every once in a while, I'll feel something stimulating, every once in a while, I'll feel something stimulating, the left side of the brain, but most of the time everything's being done to the right side. What else? Whew. It's like I'm tired, but I've been noticing over time that I've been feeling a lot more frequencies in my lungs. And how I know exactly what it is because when I breathe, right? See, I still have great memory of what my body felt like before 2020. And I have not had any types of injuries or traumas or anything done to my body before all this gang stalking stuff started, right? So it's like, I'll tell you this. Right now, it feels like if I had put a vest or some type of like wetsuit or some type of suit on, right, and it was tight to the body, and let's say, trying to come out, man, it'd be like just when I think I got me a spot, here comes somebody they either want me to move up or they trying to get out. Should be alright. But let me see, 27C. Alright, this is a light one. This one's only 3 bags. Alright, hold on, let me just drop this off. Right, so imagine it's like having on some type of suit, right? And for whatever reason, it has like a remote control that allows it to like squeeze on you, right? And that's what it feels like. It feels like a suit is squeezing on, or some type of like overlay or something is just squeezing against the body, but it fits the body perfectly. It's not like a snake squeeze or anything, but it feels like something is wrapped around my body and it's squeezing. So when I breathe, when I take a deep breath, I can feel the air come in. I don't feel pain or anything. I can feel the air go in. But then, where am I going? Right here. So it's like when I breathe in, I can feel cool air going in, and I can feel my lungs trying to expand. I can feel my body cavity trying to expand, but it feels like something is squeezing in on the breath that I'm trying to take in. Like it's the weirdest thing, but I know that's the frequency, right? And it's strange because when I try to breathe in air, the air that comes out, it feels like it's split between two different things. Like it's not only carbon coming out, but it's like something else. Like whatever's coming out with my exhale breath, it's like something that feels thicker than air. I don't know, it's weird to say, but it feels thicker than air. You don't want me just doing this. I don't know if you could hear it, but there's like this flutter. I don't know, it's like this weird fluttering feel. Like it's like, I don't know, it's like there's two different things, not just the carbon that we normally exhale, but there's like a second substance that's more dense than the carbon that comes out. Oh, sorry. All right, take care. That's crazy because, like, in my mind, he sounded like one of those type of people that probably would have got tight if the dog got hurt. But I'm thinking to myself, why you got your dog at the least just standing in front of the elevator anyway? You know? And y'all already know I love dogs, so it's not like, y'all know I'm not no vicious person or nothing. So I'm thinking to myself, still, why do you have his dog in front of the elevator like that? I didn't see him. If somebody else was coming off the elevator, that dog probably would have got stepped on too. Ain't nobody expecting to see a small dog in front of them as soon as they get off the elevator. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm trying to like keep this day moving. Obviously the Psyops right now is managers are unsure of my motives or intentions or whatever with the company, because the Psyop V2K, they've been pushing this thing where it's like, okay, you need to stop talking about stuff you don't know about. It's a lot of people watching you, and so many people don't like you talking about technology, and everybody at your job know you a snitch. Everybody think you schizophrenic. It's all these different things, right? But I get you. I'm telling you this. I speak to these people every day I come into work. Every day I come into work. Speak to these people every day when I come into work, right? And I don't bring up my targeting, and I don't really bring up gang stalking too much, because one, I feel like it's not something you could just spring on people. You know, I feel like talking about it has to be something that's kind of almost like timed just right, you know. Like, I don't know, like if we were having a conversation about, oh, you heard about that military helicopter that crashed into the plane, then, you know, I'll probably segue into like, you know, if that person mentioned something about conspiracy, then I'll probably segue into something else. Let me see. Am I at the right? I think I needed to go one more block. But yeah, like I'll probably segue into it. I don't go full blown, you know, talking about everything. I kind of just start off with just talking about emerging technologies. Emerging technologies is basically what we're experiencing. Well, we're experiencing the dark web version of it. We're experiencing the dark web version of it. While the secret society, all mentioned ones, they get all the good stuff. They get all the bells and whistles, and they get cancer cured and stuff like that. Okay, so not gonna keep this video going for too much longer, because I need to get myself caught up, because I am kind of behind. But luckily what I do is, if I think I'm going to be running behind, I like to pre-scan my packages, because they'll say like they would prefer that we don't get any lates, right? But if you feel like your late is unavoidable, then it's like, well, best thing you could do is pre-scan your packages. Pre-scan your packages before you leave the hub, so then when you go out on your route to do your delivery, you can mark them delivered before the window closed, and just hurry up and just get it moving so you can deliver it, right? Let me see. 258. Oh, I'm going too far. I'm supposed to go to 225. Dang. Alright. Went way too far. Okay. Alright, now the other thing that they've been trying to work on me now is, oh, he got this big ass tumor in his brain. Now, mind you, I'm probably already keen to the idea that, like, hey, with this technology, with this nanotech in our bodies, and they're constantly sending signals to basically force the bots to generate more heat and use more power and send more electrical signals to the body. Of course, eventually you're going to get some cellular death around these things, and then they might actually produce tumors in the body. I mean, that's not something that's, foreign for me to think about, because there's other TIs who have had tumors removed from their body, and once they had the tumors removed from their body, next thing you know, they found like some little chips inside of the tumor, or they probably found some fibers. Some people have said that they have found like the little nanofibers inside of their tumor. So you know what? I don't put it past them that I may actually have one, but I'm not gonna receive it though. I'm not gonna receive it fully. I'm just acknowledging it's a possibility. All right, hold on, let me drop this off. All right, so what else? Yeah, so all of this is a lot of resonances, and man, I feel really bad for like a lot of people who probably are like just now coming into knowledge of the targeting experience. They try to make me feel guilty about what's happening to my mother, because they're like, oh, you weren't supposed to tell nobody. Now look what's happening to your mother. It's your fault what's happening to your mother. My mom has a hard time with, technology already. So when I tell her she gotta do things like, you gotta learn to turn off your Wi-Fi, and you gotta not learn to turn. She knows how to turn it off, but she doesn't like to turn it off because sometimes she can't remember how to boot up and this is my fault, because I should have never let her be able to get it, but she had got a wireless printer. And the printer, for whatever reason, it resets every time the Wi-Fi is like turned off. Or sometimes what they'll do is they would go in and I guess uninstall, or pretty much like uninstall the printer or something like that. So then whenever you turn the computer on and the printer and the Wi-Fi, for whatever reason, now that all of a sudden the printer wouldn't read, it wouldn't be connected to the computer. It's strange, because it would be connected to the Wi-Fi, but it won't be connected to the printer. The printer won't be connected to the computer no more. I would have to reinstall or delete the old printer that was set up on the computer, and then reinstall the same printer. It's just I had to do some resetting with the software or something like that. But yeah, so, and then she also has trouble seeing, so she usually always have almost every light in the house on. And it's funny because my girlfriend, she's damn near almost the same way when it comes to lights. Like, I still haven't made the move of switching out all of my LED light bulbs for fluorescent light bulbs yet. But hopefully everybody know that, yeah, get them LED death bulbs out of your house. If you want to reduce your targeting, even just by a little bit, get them damn death bulbs out of your house. Them diodes and them type of light bulbs, they're basically used to send stronger pulse energy waves right into your body. Get rid of them LED light bulbs. And as far as the LED TV, man, look, my TV is only plugged in when I'm watching it. When I'm not watching it, that thing is not plugged in. But I still feel like they have a way where they I still feel like they have a way where they just what's the words I'm looking for? Like damn, I'm trying to find the word that I'm looking for, but I can't find the words I'm looking for. But it's like there's a way that they still can and it's like I feel that pressure build up on the right side of my head again while I'm trying to speak. It's like while I'm speaking and trying to hold on to thoughts at the same time, I feel a pressure build up on the side of my head, almost as if like someone was taking a pin and just going like this right up against my memory cortex. But yes, no to LED light bulbs, and unplug. Literally in your homes, you should be unplugging anything that you're not using. And there's nothing wrong with candles as long as you don't burn your house down. Anyway, I'm hoping this is my last ride. I'm tired. They didn't really let me get much sleep last night, man. I felt his energy. He was like, yo, what the fuck? He just but look, he did all that just to only go right there. I'm thinking he about to go flying down the block. Nah, he did all that just to go right around the corner. But I felt his energy though. It was like, damn, I mean, it is a walk sign, but fuck. Anyway, I don't know. You see, I try to find every little thing I can to like make me laugh or whatever, because I mean it's funny because I could tell people I'm going through all this. They ain't really gonna know until they actually going through. Not that many people know what it feels like to have 4 people all saying negative shit about you 24/7. And it's not like, and then they want to call you schizophrenic so bad, but they won't watch a video about how the military has technology that can transmit their voice into someone else's brain from miles away. They won't watch that video, but they'll call you schizophrenic. They won't watch those videos about the things that the CIA has been doing or the things that secret societies have access to and stuff. But they'll call you schizophrenic in a heartbeat. Anyway, matter of fact, I'm going to end it right here. Because I know I'm falling behind. I think I only got like 4 more stops left, but they all around here. I'll keep you all posted. Remember, detox. You need to detox, heavy metal detox, and take those radiation salt baths so you can start getting at least you want to start pulling some of this energy out of your tissues. The energy that's being absorbed into your tissues, we got to start pulling this stuff out with the salt bath. And then on top of that, it'll also help if you're doing heavy metal detoxes for the internal of the body. If we could find a way to deactivate and get these bots, turned off, then I mean, hey, that'll work wonders. But as always, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.